I'll just uncomment the one we had here. So yeah, and comment this. So uh, you can remember I told you to install some dependencies. That is the request, the BS4, the and the fast API. So first you import the request. You from BS4 import BeautifulSoup. Then you import fast API dot responses from fast API dot responses you import JSON response. Then from fast API dot middleware dot cause you import cause. This one will help us to give JSON responses, the JavaScript object notation responses from after we have done the scripting of the articles. Then this one will help us to allow who can fetch data. The core middleware will help us to know who can fetch to allow to give authentication or the routes that can fetch data to our APIs. So so first I'm just defining the course. So app.add middleware, course middleware. So allow origins all. So I'm giving allow every other front end can fetch our data from the from our fast API application. Then allow credentials is true, that is cookies, tokens. Then allow methods, yeah, HTTP get post. Then allow headers, yeah. You can see it allows headers. So how we define a route? So app.get slash, then you define the route name as a function, then you give the return. So the first thing I'm going to scrub is uh, the articles, the news articles. That is the first thing I'm going to scrub. So this URL, the base URL I've defined here, I'm getting it from here. So if I come to here, this is where I'm getting the URL, this here. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, this one. So I'm fetching news according to the pages. So that URL is the one I'm using here. Here. Okay. Yeah, from the accessories. Just here, come here, then go to news, click there, then go to accessories here. Then after coming to accessories, just click here. Let's close the DevTools first. Yeah, here is the URL. So go to PC World, www.pcworld.com, accessories slash news slash page slash the page you want to. They have a lot of pages. You can see when I go here, you can see it is page 1 up to more than 60. So I'm defining the base URL, then I'm defining a list of all articles. Then I'm looping using a for loop to get the pages, the articles from page 1 to page 3. So I'm saying for page in range 1 to 4. So this will fetch up to page 3. So if you are to add maybe to page 7, you add page 8 there. But let mine to stay page to take 3 pages. Then pages 1 to 3. Then format the URL to for each page. So this I'm passing the page here. Here the page number. So if it is page 1, I pass it here from URL is equals to base format page. Then the next thing is the response is equals to request dot get the URL. So we are requesting for something in uh, in the URL page. So the page we pass in the URL, the page for the URL we are getting from here. Then response.raise for status. So if we don't get a response, then it will raise a status error. So next, we define our soup. So this is what we use. How This is how you will do it. So you soup is equals to beautiful soup response.text. So the response we are getting here from the request. Then you pass a parser. So you can use html.parser, but right now I'm going to use lxml. It's a Python module. This is because it's faster. Then the next thing is articles section is equals to soup.find. So the div. So the one you can remember, we saw a div in the articles in the article in the articles tag element. There was a div with article feed inner. So that is the one that we are getting to get all the articles. So that is the article section. Then if articles section, so if the article section is there, then we proceed for article in article section dot find all the article with class item. Then we get the title article dot find h3 dot get text strip is equals to true if article dot find h3 if there is if it finds h3 that it assigns to title, but if there is no h3 then we give it a none. So we do the same to the link. You say article dot find href is equals to true href, you will get the href in the article. Then if article dot find a link tag, else none. If it doesn't find the link tag, then it will assign it to none. The same to image. We get the image, then we get the source. If article dot find image, if it did not find the image, it returns the none. Then the excerpt, this is just the the title. So article dot find the span with item excerpt. So if it is identified it, then it returns none. So we get the meta. So the meta is the one that contains the order and the date. So we get the meta, then we get the date. Meta dot find span class is equals to item by line. Then we get the text. Then if there is no meta, either there is meta and there is meta dot find there is the span in the meta, then it returns the text inside the meta. If there is none, then it returns none. So the order will be none. The same to the date. Define the item date strip is equals to true. Strip is equals to true. Then if meta and the meta dot find span with the class item date, else none. So then we append. So append is a list method we use to add things to a list, adding content into a list. So we call this one. You can remember here. I made a list here. All articles is a list. So what I do is I just append all articles dot append the title, link, the image, the excerpt, the author, and the date. So here. So after this, you can save them to the database, but I'm just returning them. So I'm just returning all the articles as content. So our backend is running, our fast API application is running. So let's go to a browser and view it. So you can just come here and view your. So you can see the port. It's running on port 8000. So I just click control, then click, then I click, yeah. So here it is. So to have a very good front end to work with the API is slash. The first API gives the slash docs. So just go to slash docs. So you can see I have 3 routes here. So I have the routes. This is the route. So the first route is this one. So and it just allows the get method. So that's our first route. So I just try it out. It's simple. Yeah, fast API is fast and very simple. So execute, you can see how fast it is. Then the next thing, we have the scrap new articles. So I say get, then you can see try it out. So first you can see there is no response. So there is no response. So what I'll do is just execute. I just execute. So saying loading, let's see. Yeah, now we got our, now we did our scrubbing and we got all the articles. So the length is 58,492, and you can see it's fast. Yeah, you can come here, you can see the endpoint, the request URL. You can see the how you can get it using card. So the getter status is 200. So it is an okay. So here are all the articles. Here are all the articles. So I designed a front end to show you how you can get the articles from the backend. So from our the first API application. So let me show you where it is. So here it is. I'll first open it in VS Code. Yeah, I've opened it in VS Code. You can see just some simple styling, then latest PC world news. Then here is the endpoint I'm fetching to. So I just enter the endpoint we got here from our first API. Yeah, here. So the endpoint is this one. I just copy the endpoint. Then I'll add it enough here. Then save. Then I'll come here and yeah, let's refresh. Same file couldn't be accessed. I don't know why. I'll come here and show preview. Yeah, you can see it did the fetching. So you can see I have there. So maybe I show in a real browser. I think there is that option, if I'm not wrong. Open in browser. Now guys, you can see we had there. Now we did the web scripting and then we showed the news. So let me show you something I can inspect in the console. You can see I got all the news. So the news were 120. So here they are, very well formatted. This is how basically you can do it. So you script, you can save it to the database if you need to save to the database. If you just need to to do it for